Hey everyone, welcome to this learning path, Explore Endpoint Management. In this training video, I will cover the first module of MD-102. In this module, I will cover Understand Azure Active Directory Entra ID, Examine Microsoft Entra ID, number 1, where I will talk about the key features of the Entra ID, compare Microsoft Entra ID and Active Directory Domain Service, how the Entra ID is different than the ADDS we use in our on-premises or in cloud. Examine Microsoft Entra ID as a directory service for the cloud applications. Comparison of the Premium Plan 1 and Plan 2 features. Finally, I will discuss about examine the Microsoft Entra Domain Service, a Active Directory Domain Service running inside cloud as a managed service. Well, without any further ado, let's get started. If I talk about the Microsoft Entra ID, it's a cloud-based identity service offered by Microsoft to protect the cloud applications and the on-premises. This is the world's largest directory service. Millions of organizations are using Microsoft Entra ID for the different cloud applications, be it Microsoft 365, Office 365 applications, or SaaS applications. Microsoft Entra ID operates as a managed directory service. You can think of it as a platform as a service or identity as a service, which means you need not to deploy the underlying servers for this. You can use the Microsoft Entra ID to do all these different things like configuring the access to the applications. This is the identity service used by different cloud applications to protect them and ensure that only the legitimate people have access to the applications. You can use it to configure the single sign-on to cloud-based SaaS applications. For multiple applications, the users need to use a single work or school account to access them. Manage users and groups. Users are the identities assigned to the human beings, and groups are used to group multiple identities logically together for assignment of the permissions or the policies. Provision users. We can create these users. Enable federation between the organizations for B2B purpose. We also have a flavor of Entra ID for B2C, business to consumer applications. Provide an identity management solution. This is an IDAM solution for identity and access management. And identity irregular sign-in activities can be detected with the machine learning capabilities of it with the help of identity protection, which will be discussed later in the module. Configure multi-factor authentication. We can enable the multi-factors of authentications, be it through the Authenticator app or mobile phones. Extend existing on-prem Active Directory implementations to Microsoft Entra ID. We can configure the application proxy to integrate our on-premises applications to protect with the Entra ID to have single sign-on. Configure conditional access policies to ensure that based on the certain criteria, the users are given access to the cloud applications or declined, depending on their compliance state, whether they are compliant with the conditions configured or not. This mitigates the security risks to the cloud applications. Next is the comparison of the Active Directory domain services that we are using from decades for protecting our on-prem resources, be it file servers, print servers, or the applications. This Active Directory domain service is different than the Entra ID. Both directory services have different architecture. Like ADDS is a hierarchical architecture and it is X.500 based structure, which is hierarchical in nature. You may have observed creating the OUs inside the OUs, so you can have the complete hierarchy managed there. Whereas Microsoft Entra ID is flat structure as compared to this. We don't have hierarchical components like the OUs. The ADDS uses the OUs, the group policies. We don't have such sort of things in Entra ID. Rather, we use the group, instead of group policy objects, we use mobile device management solutions like Intune, AirWatch, Workspace ONE. There are many third-party solutions for the mobile device management for their compliance. The ADDS can be configured or can be queried using the LDAP, Lightweight Directory Access Protocol, whereas the Entra ID is HTTP-based service. It uses the REST APIs, which is facilitated by HTTP and HTTPS. The ADDS primarily uses the Kerberos for authentication, whereas the Entra ID uses the industry standard authentication protocols like SAML, WS Federation, or OpenID Connect. The ADDS supports the computers joined to the domain as a computer account, whereas in Entra ID we can register them or we can Entra join these devices as well, but with certain requirements. These are known as devices instead of computer accounts in Entra ID. In ADDS, we use the DNS for locating the resources. In ADDS, we use the trust relationships between the domains or forests. Whereas in Entra ID, we set up the federation between the businesses. Well, after comparing the Entra ID and the ADDS, let's examine the Entra ID as a directory service for the cloud applications. It offers the key capabilities like cloud services such as Office 365, Dynamics 365, Intune. They need a directory to associate with and to be protected with. Each cloud service can have its own directory. In fact, we can create multiple directories as a single tenant or single cloud tenant. I can create up to 200 directories as the time of recording this video. This can be for different separations of duty or for departments or business units of my organization. I want to have the decentralized directory structure. Microsoft Entra ID can serve as a single directory for multiple cloud services, be it the Azure, Intune, or I'm using Cloud 360, Office 365 services. It can be the single directory, single account with single sign-on. Microsoft Entra ID can enable the single sign-on for the applications so that the users can use the single account to access different apps. You can also use the Microsoft Entra with custom applications as well. If I compare the Microsoft Entra ID plans, so we have free tier that we get by default, whereas we can upgrade that to P1 or P2, Premium Plan 1 and Plan 2. They offer the unique features for security and the management of these identities. The features that are offered in either P1 or P2 are like self-service group management for the group, making the group management easier. Advanced security reports and alerts can be generated. Multi-factor authentications I can enforce to the privileged accounts, and users will have to do the MFA. Based on that, I can also use the self-service password reset or write back kind of features. Microsoft Identity Manager I can use to synchronize the identities. Enterprise SLA, it comes with 99.9% of SLA, 3.9 of high availability. Self-service password reset with write back capabilities, which means you can reset the password at your own without requesting the help desk with the help of the second factor authentication like authenticator apps or the emails. And it comes with write back capabilities, which means that if you have hybrid setup, then you reset your password into the Entra ID. It will change back to your on-premises automatically. So you need not to implement the complicated on-premises self-service password reset solution. Cloud app discovery, we can discover the cloud applications and we can protect them. We can sanction the required applications using the services like Defender for Cloud Apps, formerly known as MCAS, Microsoft Cloud App Security. Microsoft Entra Connect Health to detect the health. Identity protection, a machine learning based solution to detect any unusual authentication patterns of the users. Any user at risk or sign in at risk is flagged as a risk and can be automatically controlled by defining the access control, whether to allow or block the access or maybe allow the access but with further conditions like the MFA or the device need to be compliant with Intune. Privileged identity management, a time-bound administration to delegate the roles, the privileged roles to the users. Rather than assigning them permanently, we make the users eligible for a particular time frame. To activate that role, the users either need to do the MFA or the approval-based workflow you can use. Microsoft Entra Directory service, you can think of running the Active Directory domain services for your Kerberos-based applications inside Azure, that too without deploying any underlying servers. So you can think of it as a managed service offered by Microsoft to deploy the Kerberos-based directory service. This is called Entra Domain Service. The underlying domain controllers are managed by Microsoft. You need not to look for the compute, storage, or network of those servers. This reduces the administrative overhead and let you enable or integrate your line of business applications with Active Directory domain services in cloud. It's a managed domain service on Azure, integrates with Entra ID as well. It can use Entra ID as a source for identity synchronization. The Entra ID users can sync to this Entra domain service. It provides support for directory-aware applications. It supports the Kerberos or NTLM-based authentication like the ADDS does. It uses organizational credentials and the passwords. It's hierarchical in structure. You can have OUs. You can use group policies. So all the most of the capabilities of the Active Directory domain services you get with this Entra Directory service. Well, this was the module 1 of this learning path about the Entra ID and Entra domain service. In case you have any questions, please put into the comment section of this video. Do like and share the video with others and subscribe the channel for more updates on my videos on this channel. Thanks for watching. See you in another video of this.